Oh, yes. You know, these cell phone towers, they should require a permit. Yes. And quite possibly a bid to be able to build them. Yes. And I know you're one of these contractors that puts up one of the 20-story tall cell phone towers. Yes. But did you put the right equipment on it? I'm looking to buy a few thousand of these cell phone towers. Yes. Let's say I found out that you were using a cell phone tower. Yes. To do anything other than facilitate, yes, cell phone calls or internet usage. Yes. Now I could approach you and say, well, I can see that the individual that bid on that whole project of building the cell phone tower, yes, didn't install the right equipment and the equipment wasn't being used the way that it should be. Why don't you sell me it and then I'll get a whole new permit and have a whole new lease so as to lease it to cell phone carriers so they can continue to use their 3, 4, and 5G cell phone service. Hey! Now I'm going to get the bids for the building of all the cell phone towers and all the cell phone locations on top of each and every building. And if I find any illegal use, I'm going to suggest to you how you can sell it to me for next to nothing. Now I feel like spending, maybe 10 to 20 billion dollars today. Now there's what's known as compounding of interest. Yes, a lot of people, they'd go out there and they'd just buy it. They'd buy themselves a laundromat, a car wash, a dry cleaner. They'd buy themselves innumerable numbers of businesses so as to enrich themselves at retail outlets. But I'm kind of thinking that fraud on the court is obstructing me from realizing my potential and earnings capacity. Now, how do you get interest on interest? You know, it's probably a tax deferred account. Have you ever seen those before? Yes. And you're the 5 to 10% ownership of a corporation? Yes. Why don't you get me the actual tax deferred retirements of all 5 to 10% ownership of each and every corporation? I'd like to know, do you have one of those specially designed 401ks, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, or any other IRA where you thought you'd be buying businesses and putting it in your retirement? Now, I used to explain and educate those in the loan industry, yes, about how they can put businesses in their retirement. Now, let's say you're getting that monthly payment. And you bought the business and you're leasing it back to them, yes, and you want to get interest on the interest. Well, how exactly do you do that? Now, I had a percentage of ownership in Complete IRA, yes. Put $25,000 in of my own money. Oh, now I'm thinking today, okay, I want all these hybrid, self-directed IRAs, simples, 401ks, and all tax them accounts where you thought you'd make $1 million in this investment. Now, when you think about compounding of interest, why don't we do a quick calculation for all the payments of all the. Well, let's say I set up a little business called Ooch, you do know. I bought up all these car washes and put in my own innovations. Pooch, I bought up laundromats and put in my own innovations. Yes, I bought up the dry cleaners and put in my own innovations. Yes, I bought up all the cell phone towers and put in. Give me the self-directed, tax-deferred accounts of the 5 to 10%. I'm kind of thinking, oh my gosh, your calculation of interest on interest is incorrect. Okay, now are you upset today? Get me that right now. Tax deferred, simples, SEPs, 401ks, profit sharings. Nothing like having 5 to 10% ownership in a company in a tax deferred account.